Hello, and welcome to another episode of Disco Elysium. This is episode 12 now. I've got Twitch chat above me here. I'm going to be talking with them throughout the game. MMX Gannon says, no worries, wanted to pop in before I headed to bed. Hey, thanks for stopping by. I always appreciate it. And that's not just YouTube me saying that. Like, I really do appreciate it. And I'm really happy that you got a free sub to the channel the other night. But anyways, back to Disco Elysium. We are now going to interact with that lady that we saw in episode 1, the one that we tried to hit on and tried to pick up on. Apparently we asked her to do the fuck with us, and it didn't go over too well, so we're going to see where we go from here. They're apparently the 8th Hardy boy, even though they're not a boy. We'll just see what happens. Oh, hey, we're right there. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I still don't know where this knick-knack stand one is. It says it's in here? Is it really? No. It's not up here. My dad was actually in Tallinn at the time that the game director was alive. Okay, so there's a minuscule chance that they could have met. Hey, that's pretty cool. You know, I'm really curious. I want to see where that knick-knack stand, capital of Estonia, is Tallinn. Okay. I need to see where that knick-knack stand thing is. It's Sea Lang's shop, okay. Oh, I know where it is. Just saw that Soma is on your list of games to play. That was one I was going to pitch in the future. Oh, super fantastic game. I've only seen little bits and pieces, so I do know kind of the gist of what kind of a game it is, and I know it's by the makers of Amnesia, which is huge. We're going to go to this knick-knack stand. I know exactly where it is. Where it points to on the map is not where it's actually at. Well, the music was being all funky there again. So let's go down this way. Wait, what? Got a minute? Yeah, I got a minute, Tommy. What's up?
I saw you poking around in Lady Driver's lorry. She in trouble?
Racist told us where her cabin is. We only searched it. No trouble. She's going to be fine. I don't think she's going to be fine. Can't disclose. It's going to be an investigation.
It's that bad.
He lets out a whistle, looking about 10 years older suddenly.
What should I do to help her?
No need for you to do anything. Don't worry. The police are looking into it. Last thing we need is more civilians involved. That's a good option.
Yeah, maybe I should just keep my head down and work on my rhymes while I can.
What's the plan with those rhymes anyway?
You know, Tommy Leham's gonna be a musician. Sprechgesang.
Sprechgesang.
I've got a lot of free time on the road to hone my craft.
Yeah. Why Tommy Leham?
Tommy Lam was taken.
Tommy Lam?
My real name's Jerry Lafitte. Tommy's way better.
It's more him.
More him, that's right. Gotta add another question, actually.
Taps his fingers.
Oh, I can't do it yet.
Against his arm.
It's all for now, bye. Can I smoke a cigarette to improve my chances at that one? Give me that. There we go. What? Why not? Why not? I literally need to heal? I'll heal again, darn it. Let me smoke. Ooh, there goes the music again. Right hand. Left hand. Aha! Let me click you. You see it? It's there. Oh. It's a very small area. Got it. Boom. There we go. Okay. Let's see if we can do the poetry roast now, or whatever it is. Hit it with some rhymes.
Still here, stuck in this damn
What?
jam.
Gosh darn it. Fine. We're going down here to the cool shop with the pretty lights. I wonder if he's got any more paroled on. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's it say? Sewer grate. Gateway to the river of filth. Change the soundtrack, please. Let's fix that music. This is the knick-knack stand, I think.
You see rows of toy soldiers.
It is the knick-knack stand. There it is. Okay, cool.
Try to find something pretty and cool here. Then use it to win her back.
Win her back?
Yes. Buy something nice. A figurine. This sounds off. You shouldn't trust this guy.
Yeah, I don't trust Inland Empire on that one, but let's dig up a truly cool figurine.
Wow. What's this? A headless man riding a horse? A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say Fallon.
Oh, what is this?
Oh, that's the Headless Phone Rider.
Who?
The Headless Phone Rider. It's an urban legend about a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a fawn tracksuit.
Okay.
As you see, he's missing his head.
Points to the decapitated figurine.
50 cents. Bargain price. I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it, or something. That part of the story has many interpretations.
You know, for 50 cents, let's do
Did I
it.
mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky?
Oh.
Always carry it with you.
He grins. I'll take it. Show me the item. Alright. Ooh, I can sell the fuel canister. That's right. Okay, okay. Forgot about that. I can do that. Yes. Yes. You, sir. My good sir.
Hello, hello. Sure, let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Oh, the fuel canister I want to keep? Alright. You made the mistake of selling it. Okay, okay. Fair enough. I'll hang on to the postcards, too. Not really to sell at the moment. We did that. Bop. There we go. Map wall. Here we get the postcards are just sentimental. Okay, cool. Let's see. Map wall. The only reason why I'm looking it up is because I've been there, I just don't remember where it is. Let's see. White checks. Where's the map wall? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Map wall. I figured I knew where it was. It was in the library. I checked the map wall and there was nothing I could do. Literally nothing I could do. Wait, can I fast travel? Map, fast travel to Martinez. What? No. Why can't I fast travel anywhere? It let me fast travel before. It gave me a fast travel destination. Like, I was able to do it. It's actually in one of my videos. It's doable. I promise you, I fast traveled. From over on the shore all the way back to the Whirling in Rags. Wait a minute, don't I have to do something here?
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the few...
I got the radio again.
57, how may I assist you?
Heard back from the ICP about that serial number?
Yes. The armor was produced by Fairweather in their facilities
Forgot
in
about this before.
Bétancourt sur la Clé in 42. It was part of a special order for Corps de Pharmacie, a security firm contracted to protect the interests of Oranese pharmaceutical companies in the Seminine conflict. So, it seems the armor went to Seminine. That's where the paper trail ends, though. Even the firm has proven difficult to track. Corps de Pharmacie has been renamed several times over in the years since the armor was issued.
Guessing one of its names is Cronell.
Yes, that is the most recent name the ICP has been able to connect to the CVP.
Right.
And the one before it was Damwell. I also have one called Sediment, but I think that might be a different contractor. No, they work with Sediment. And somatosensor, it seems. All that during the last 9 years.
Woof.
A suit of armor like this would have been manufactured with a particular person's physique in mind. You should ask for whom this suit was fitted.
Alright, hit it.
Yes, but the ICP tends to be reluctant to share private sector records. I could try to talk them into it, though.
Yes, please do try. It's imperative that we learn whose armor that was.
Sure. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully I will have more information for you then.
Beautiful.
57th, over and out.
In the cabin, you
Beautiful. Making progress. Okay, let's see. Back to here. Why can't I drink? Take that off. Take that off. Take that. Oh, let's see. Do this. Bop. Bop. There it is. Aha! Found a way around it. Man, Harry got a minibar in his jacket. That's right, he do. He's got some serious vodka borscht. Oh, I don't... I should probably bulk up for this conversation we got coming up. I'm pretty sure I'm going to need all the psyche I can get on this one. Aw, man, Harry is definitely something special. Get up there, Harry. Okay. Take this off. Take this off. Bop. 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 There we go. Okay. It's not an addiction. I'm just fortifying myself. That's right. I'm preparing. I think I'm missing just one more, and that's the speed. And I think we'll have our character wait until midnight to go out and actually get some of that tonight in the game. We're going to hold our bag. We're going to hold our pry bar. And we're going to talk to this lady all nice and such. Kind of nice and such. Maybe. Maybe not.
The door is closed.
Uh-huh.
There's still a dent in the vinyl where you punched it before.
Run your finger across the dent.
This little depression is all you could inflict on the door.
At least we we actually
Beauty has
did
abandoned
damage.
you in this ugliness, Honcho. And then some. You cannot even remember the name of Beauty.
What beauty,
What beauty
was. Knock.
White morning. It was morning all along. You should have seen it coming. It was right behind her eyes.
Shut up. We don't need white morning.
The words still echo in the hallway.
Just knock again. We don't need the fucking horror thing.
The door feels cold.
Knock once more.
Who is it?
There we go.
This is the police. Can we come in?
Come on up. The door is open.
She shouts, oh,
I'm drying my hair.
great.
Sounds like it's coming from upstairs somewhere. You could snoop around before going up.
We're gonna snoop around before going up. Woo. Okay. Ooh, hey, empty bottles. Take that. Take that. Hotel bill calculations. Looks like she had an extended stay. Okay, that's what I figured. What's over here? Let's go outside. Wait a minute. Ah.
This medicine cabinet is full of wares. Sheets of pills, haphazardly stacked, one on top of the other. There's also a toothbrush somewhere in there.
Perhaps we can find what we're looking for.
It's
Look at
been
the toothbrush.
used quite a lot,
Okay, that's
but
fine.
not for scrubbing blood off towels or anything else interesting, it seems.
Alright, medications.
Pharmaceuticals line the shelves, sheet upon sheet of pill bottle next to pill bottle. Acetylic acid, APAP, eye drops, blood thinners.
It's quite the collection in here.
Anything of note?
Search the
Pill
bottles.
bottles rattle like bones as you
Acra.
search the cabinet. Paracetamol, histoparidol, Something in a foreign language you can't read. Behind them, an unusually shaped nasal spray. Its label reads Nacra.
Nacra.
Nacra. This is used to treat opioid overdoses. Always handy to have around.
Nacra, opioid antagonist.
Interesting. That's used for diamorphine overdoses.
The lieutenant nods and looks at the door. Search the pill sheets.
Among some foreign, probably Messinian or Gotvaldian, marked red blister packs you find. What do you find? This is going to take a little know-how.
Thank goodness we got electrochemistry, because we got +1 chemical hangover, +1 for the magnetic dice set. Roll it.
A
Boom.
bright orange bottle with Preptide stamped on it. In sunny, happy letters. Jackpot, baby.
Preptide.
That's the stuff you're looking for. Your palms begin to sweat just holding that little plastic container.
Well, what's so exciting about this orange bottle?
It's speed, man. Just what you're looking for. They call it dextroamphetamine and talk about psychological disorders. But what we're seeing here is some scientifically advanced trucker speed.
Oh, Lieutenant, I also see a brand called Preptide.
Preptide, a euphemism for pharmaceutical amphetamine. Prescription speed.
The fuck are you waiting for? Let's get super fucking
Like King Arthur and the Holy
preppy.
Grail. That's right. All right. We found it. Oh, we told Kim about it. All right, you know what? 72%. Roll!
Silently,
Got it!
the bottle slides into your palm. Then, as you turn into your pocket,
Ooh, ooh. We got it.
feels so sleek and beautiful. You got it. Here comes the afterburner. Time to become a super detective again, Harry. Just put it in your sweaty little hand
now. Ho 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 ho. +1 to motorics and psyche. -1 morale. Huh.
Now that you've acquired some stimulants, it's time for a little pick-me-up. Time to detect.
Will it make me into a super cop?
It'll make you into more than that. A mega cop.
Mega cop!
This is your modus operandi. This is how you've done it for years. Let's go.
Wait, but Kim is here. He'll be disappointed.
See? That's your problem. A lack of confidence. Speed can help you with that. And, Kim, it can help you with everything.
I suppose. This is going to be really bad for my health, isn't it?
It's not ideal, no. But you need the zeal. Let's face it, you're never going to finish this case without cheating.
Okay. My body's ready. Let's do this. Pure ID right now.
You raise the Preptide bottle, press one nostril closed, and inhale furiously with the other.
Ooh.
The rush is almost immediate. It tastes bitter and caustic, and stings a bit inside your nose.
Mamma mia! Or good to have you back, Officer Megacop. The world was
Now
waiting.
the taste is slowly receding into your throat. The rush is growing in intensity.
Did it.
Your little heart pounding like a bird in a cage. A sweat breaks out across your brow. Your jaw clenches.
Rustic, you gotta see what's going on Harry's picture here. You see all 5 of those? Is there one more thing? I bet there's one more thing, but good lord, look at all that. Poor Harry. Harrier. That's, you know, that's
Whoa,
what we do.
This shit is strong.
This shit is disco.
Time for a little truth. Tell the lieutenant you did some. Clear the air.
Party cop, that's right. Give him a little speed. Hope you don't mind, it was for professional reasons.
I'm not your mother.
He avoids your
I don't
gaze.
care. Do what you have to do.
Yeah.
As long as you remain functional, he thinks. Now, let's get back to work.
Feels great. Are there any downsides to this at all?
To this? You kidding? There are downsides to not being on it.
That sounds like electrochemistry. Party cop indeed.
Massive downsides. It's a potent neurotoxin. You're turning yourself into a afraid idiot.
You know what, Volition? I'm afraid not. It's an old joke, I'm sorry.
Everything is clear around you. You're ready to concentrate on the next task in the task chain.
Alright, electrochemistry.
In the bottom right corner of the screen, there's a speed button.
Speed button.
Gives +1 to motoric skills. Perception, reaction speed,
I know.
coordination, savoir-faire, interfacing, and composure. This is good before a white check, but damages your morale.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
This medicine cabinet.
Nothing else in there, that's a shame. Alright. Shouldn't we go upstairs? There we go. Let's go. Let's go! What's going on here? There's someone watching you behind the glass door. A woman. It has been hastily made. Alright, what's going on here?
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it.
Oh.
Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
Run your finger across the surface.
Smooth as ice.
Smooth
There
as
are
ass
spots
cheeks.
of mud and rain on the outside, even smudges. But the surface of the window is clear from the inside. No chips, no hairline fractures. Following your lead, the lieutenant leans in closer to inspect the surface.
This window was recently replaced.
Looks like it, yes.
He adjusts his glasses.
You know which window has not been recently replaced?
Didn't we establish someone else did that?
I think it was established that you did it. Anyway.
Leave. So we leveled up. We'll hang on to that. Sing karaoke. Oh wait, no, I already clicked on that. Okay. Oh gosh, I don't know how to. Oh, well, it's closed now. Joyce Mercier, Esprit de Corps. René Arnaud. Physical instrument. The trash container. Oh, right. Morat Joyce. Ice cream maker. Oh, okay. Cafeteria window. Ah. What about the mat? The mat. Oh, the mat takes us outside. Okay. That explains what it is. You know, hit me with it. Smell of cigarette smoke in the air. Astra menthol. What's in here? Before we do anything else.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
Where does this lead to?
I don't know, Lieutenant Yefreiter.
He makes a note.
It is not the first closed door we found in this building. There is also your mysterious blue kitchen door.
Think it's important?
I don't know. The further we get, the more this building seems to be tied to the case.
Uh-huh.
Below, the hostel cafeteria creaks and groans under your added weight. A skeleton of composite support beams and cantilevers.
Shivers, you're awesome. Tap on the roof with your foot.
A dull thump. Somewhere inside, a wind brace rattles from the imperceptible motion of the building.
Rustic, imagine a build in this game with just shivers being your main. Like, holy
the
cow.
Vigilantes, the cadaver, and a number of people connected to the case are in or around this building. This door is part of it. It's not unimportant.
See? The main investigation and the door below are merging into a stereo
I
investigation.
hate it when that happens.
Okay. Let's push.
It's barred from the inside.
Oh.
You hear the bar rattle in the brackets.
I know something about an all shivers build that I can't tell you. Ooh, okay.
Sounds like it's heavy, too. Very sturdy.
You know what? Roll it. Got it. Kick it in. Do it. Again.
Something cracks
It's powerful.
inside.
Ooh.
It is an unbelievably satisfying sound.
Nice.
The young woman nods. Oh yeah, when we do stuff, it heals us. I forgot about that.
Filling you with a belief in your own
Ooh. Our morale's completely healed up?
Sounds like the property damage wasn't in vain, at least. Would it hurt to look in?
Let's see. Yeah, let's look in here before we even talk to her. We're just gonna come out and be like, that door looks neat. Footprints, huh? Let's just walk through a little bit. An elevator. Oh wait, hang on. Alright, footprints. Let's look at these first, before we do anything else.
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
Let's have a closer look then. Crouch, study the... Well, someone's been here within the last
3
week or two.
weeks maximum, from the dust coverage. It could easily have been 1 week too. You know, officer.
Looks at you.
This is good. He likes it. There's a little smile there, in the dark of the workshop.
It was a stereo investigation after all. It has now converged with our main investigation.
Yes.
Adding a new fact to consider.
And what does this mean?
It means someone snuck through what seems like a secret room.
Ooh.
Behind our rape victim's room in the recent weeks.
Aha.
This may prove to be significant.
Let's have a closer look then.
Large prints, most likely made by Boots. The size is hard to determine. Sole could be bigger than Vamp. The soles have left the pattern, uniform, horizontal lines. One person has been here. They've gone back and forth. The tips point both ways. Shoe size is 41 to 42, maybe 43. It could be a large-footed woman or a small to average-footed man.
What's up, Spanky?
This is, unfortunately, the worst, most vague shoe size there is.
Spanky, how are you doing tonight?
Of course. Damn.
The prints look like one person went back and forth.
Between
Good, glad
that
you're doing good, Spanky.
and that.
He points to the elevator doors in the corner. Ah. Print doesn't look like the old print we found at the hanging, Kim.
The size looks about the same, actually. They're not the same
Nice.
shoe, but they could be the same person.
I'm really happy that your team won the double header there, Spanky. That's really cool. Doesn't look like the workers' boots from the hanging, does it?
No. These little horizontal lines are different. They look custom-made to me. Or some kind of foreign print. Hard to say.
Still a boot.
Still a boot, though.
Get up.
Everything around you is quiet. The prints crisscross the workshop floor.
After one double header, your father's finally proud of you. Alright, what's in the drawers? There more drugs in here? Ooh. Pinball maker's coat. It's actually pretty cool. That makes us look good. What do we got here? Speed to claw, visual calculus. Actually, that's pretty helpful. Empathy and hand-eye coordination. Huh. That deaf, dumb, and blanket. Sure plays a mean pinball. I don't know what song you're talking about, Spanky. You know what? Let's go down here, and then we'll come back up and talk to her. The Whom. That's right, The Whom. Whomstead. Pinball is white Diora. The backlash shows a female figure in the morning. In mourning. A note. NB. The spare key is tied to the bush outside the corner room window. Ooh. The corner room window. Ooh, that's 5. That's a lot.
Over there, in the corner.
The pinball machine?
Not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle of pinball. Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats. It's lit. You can't wait to get your hands on it.
Kim, are you seeing what I'm seeing?
The pinball machine. Gordy's Goats. A classic.
Lieutenant glances at the machine. Wait, you've played it?
A little.
Feels like a lot. Too much to play it again.
Let's take a closer look.
Ah, great.
Lieutenant
Cornelius
says.
Gordy and the Mountain Goats reads the golden lettering on top of the back box. There's a small column of text underneath. The machine is coin operated. Get the game on, Fingerboy.
Yeah.
Those flippers are ready.
Lean closer to read the text.
Above the painting of a mustached man climbing a hill, a column reads, inspired by the legend of
Kim's probably like,
Cornelius
no,
Gordy,
no, not
painted on
again.
the world's tallest peak, Corpus Mundi. The Mesk legend holds that when the nation is in danger, heroic Gordy shall return and save his people.
Inspect the playing field.
The theme of the game is to explore Gordy's climb through the perspective of goats and to ascend to the top of the mountain in a time of trouble.
You know, Spanky, that's probably not a bad choice. Spanky says I'd hire Morgan Freeman to read this to me. Hell yeah.
The peak of the mountain is at the top of the playfield.
Although this narrator is really good too.
All the balls have small goat icons on them and represent the goats as they race up and down the mountain. Areas around the playfield represent Gordy's climb, places he was said to have camped, which the goats can discover. Get them to the summit.
What's with all the goats?
Indeed. Think of them as balls.
Alright, do it.
It takes a while to get into a rhythm, but pretty soon you're able to keep
Age for British accent is the top.
balls in play with relative ease.
I have 40 Pokemon. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing with them. I don't know either, Spanky. You can battle people with them.
Go, go, Finger Boy.
Yeah, interfacing. Let's go.
I feel sorry for the gods. If they only knew the kind of guy old Cornelius really was.
What kind of guy was he then?
The kind of a guy who uses the word savages a lot when recounting his travels. A masked nationalist.
A racist mountaineer?
An avid huntsman too. He was often photographed in his dining hall, surrounded by wall-mounted hunting trophies from every continent.
That is, technically human beings are at the top of the food chain, so...
He also hit his wife.
Ah, well, yeah.
Kids. Other people's kids too. Sometimes pets.
Got an achievement unlocked. Achievement unlocked was Rabid Nationalist.
But you seem to be having fun.
He nods at the machine. I'm pretty good at this.
Your game is definitely improving. The jolly goats are flying all over the board, and although a few plummet to their deaths, you're never left with less than 3.
Right.
Natural selection.
Natural selection, okay.
Suddenly, a special passage leading to the summit slides open at the top of the board. This is where the balls need to go.
Concentrate and aim for the narrow passage.
Maneuvering a goat ball into a position for a perfect hit isn't easy. More fall to their deaths. But finally, the opportunity presents itself. One of them gets through. Tiny hammer shatters something inside the machine. Something glass. The words "Pale Rupture" light up on the speaker panel, and the machine starts filling with a thick, milky fog.
Whoa.
Something's happening.
Congratulations.
Lieutenant nods.
This is where the game ends. It's a cheap way of getting more money out of the players.
Uh-huh.
A stupid nihilistic finale.
There's so much fog, you can barely see anything. Some is actually leaking out of the machine, and one by one, your goats start slipping, disappearing into the milky nothingness.
As cool as the other side of the pillow, says Spanky.
This can be navigated. The balls leave almost imperceptible disruptions in the fog.
Ooh.
Use them to calculate where they hit next. Hit the pads as fast as you can. Maximum attack. Not even a bullet can get through. You're down to your last goat, going mostly by sound. Eyes are useless at this point, but that goat is something special. 5 times you snatch him back from the jaws of death.
Reaction speed. Oh, hit it. Motor X raised. Don't care if it damages my morale, that's fine. It can be done, just watch.
I've seen it before. Played it too. You will eventually make a mistake and then it's all over.
I don't have anything else for it. Wait a minute. Reaction speed, hit it. Level up. 17 is better. You know what? Morning, Alola. How you doing? Alright, 70%. Let's roll!
If you can't even see it. The last goat plummets into the fog with almost suicidal glee. There goes nothing, Finger Boy.
Shut up, interfacing.
The machine is dead and silent. It needs serious maintenance before anyone can play again.
We broke it. All right. Alright, let's open the door. Open it.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery.
Ooh, it died. Yes, it did. This door is connected to the one upstairs, but how do we get through?
There must be a key somewhere. Probably somewhere in the whirling. It's not too important. We can get in and out using the roof door.
Oh, right. The thing said hanging on the plant at the corner of the corner room or whatever it is.
Dimly lit by a bulb that's been glowing for ages. The latticed cage is open, inviting you to step inside.
Look in.
Smells of nougat and sweat.
Nougat and
Your head
sweat.
brushes
Oh.
up against the ceiling. There is a control panel to your right, and just enough room for 2 people to fit in. The maintenance card under the control panel reads, Last maintenance, 10th July, 88.
1888?
There are large rectangular buttons, Monter, Descente, and an international
Long time
call
ago.
for emergency assistance. That third one appears to be broken. A small steel plaque reads Halter 800. Halter is a Koningsteiner lift company who went out of business a long time ago.
Long ago. Long before the time of Sigourney Weaver. It says the last maintenance was in 88.
That it does. I say, let's brave it.
This elevator was last maintained in the future? No. This elevator was maintained a long
At
time
the end
ago.
of the last century. Look on the bright side. If it fails, we will only sustain minor injuries. I'm talking 3, maybe 4 months in the hospital.
Maximum 5. Yeah. This elevator must have been needed to transport the pinball machines up and down.
Seems so, although it's pretty quaint for a freight elevator.
He taps on the guttering light bulb. It's golden in the dark. Close the doors and go up. Let's go. Let's go. We already came down it. Alright, now let's talk to this fine young lady out here. We just completely ignored her. It didn't matter. What is this? What's going on here? Handful of dried white wildflowers.
Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof, picking them up in the air.
Alright. Move your hand fast.
You catch a single
Ooh.
flower between your fingers. The rest fly off into the wind. It's a Maybell.
Maybell.
The young woman looks at the Maybell in your hand. Just a glance. Then takes a drag of her cigarette.
Some serious skills there, you know. Alola, how you been? I forget if I asked you that.
The lieutenant gives you an acknowledging little nod.
Cold coffee in an ashtray that looks like a hedgehog. Talk to the lady. What's up, girl?
Welcome to the roof.
Clausje. I'm doing really good. Thank you for asking, Alola. The young woman has a cigarette in one hand and a cup of coffee in the other.
Her hair is still slick from the shower. Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body, built long and lean, then toned over several years of self-defense training. You can sense it in the sharp pointing of her elbows.
So she's technically either a mercenary or she's a member of the Hardy Boys, but I think she's a merc.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will.
Nice view you got here.
It's much nicer now.
Her eyes wander north toward the yard. You never knew the toned muscle? Hey, there you go.
Where the dead body used to hang, clearly visible from the roof, but no longer.
Thank you for that, officers. Truly.
You're welcome, Clausje.
There is something in her light brown eyes, a sadness, when she thinks about the death of that man.
You mentioned a cleaning lady. I think I need one.
Oh, yes. Legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building.
Great.
They say a portal to hell has opened in there.
Let's see, we've got it has Disco Infernum. Hell, you know not of which you speak. There are vortices of dark energy present, but not hell. To another place, a third place, much different from our world. Disco Infernum. I'm gonna go do morning things and be back. Sounds good, Alola. Have fun with it. And we'll see you when you get back, okay? Disco Inferno.
They also say that's why the cleaning lady quit. Because of the infernum.
Oh, great.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi. I'm a detective from Precinct 57.
Chan steps in.
I believe you have already met my colleague from Precinct 41.
Yeah.
Have I ever? This is the one and only superstar cop.
Yeah.
He's kind of a big deal around here.
Are we? That's cool. Hear that, Kim? I am a huge deal. No, Martinez is very lucky. Only 1 in 1,000 cops wakes up as the superstar cop.
Wow.
He turns to the lieutenant.
What brings the Phoenix back to me?
The Phoenix is one of the many nicknames of Guillaume Lemillion,
Ah.
Revachol's second greatest male disco artist. This is an honor.
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man down there. The people who put him there have asked us to talk to you.
Huh. I see.
She takes a pensive drag of her menthol cigarette.
Be careful. Ask something else first. When you go there, use words like, I hear you have been through something difficult. No need to dilly-dally. She's tough.
Physical instrument, go straight to it. I don't want to sound like a namby-pamby. No. Thanks, Coach, but I think I'll dilly-dally this time.
You sound like a namby-pamby.
Ooh, what is this wildflower? Show her the flower.
She looks at the dried petals in your palm, then lightly touches one with her fingernail. Chipped white polish covers the nail. It's long and sharp, like a mini dagger. The petal crumbles on contact.
Uh-huh.
Pretty. Looks like a dried maybell. Is that the one you caught? Sambo style?
What's Sambo?
The martial arts, sir.
Ah.
Is that it?
She raises an eyebrow.
Samurai boxing, or Sambo, graceful martial arts stuff. Sambo style implies stealth and cool.
Yes, why was it there?
Why was there a flower on the roof? I don't know, officer. Because of the wind?
I mean, I suppose. What's your name, miss, for the record?
Clausier Amandou.
Clausier Amandou. Where are you from?
Vredefort, Republic of Oranje.
Wasn't the tattoo on the hanged man an Oranese map of the waterways?
Oh.
The thought begins to form in your head, then dissipates. Something for later.
What is Oranje?
A bad memory, officer.
Bad memory of what?
Of lilacs and lightning.
Hmm.
Parks, glass. Duraluminum. Vredefort is a conference city. It's always autumn there. And night. At least it was for me.
What's so bad about that?
Nothing. If you're no longer there.
Aha. How old are you?
I'm 28.
Ooh. What do you do, miss? What is your specialization?
Something stupid.
What's that?
Oranese lit.
Oranese lit?
Oranese literature.
Ah.
It's what I studied at the university.
She raises both eyebrows. What is Oranese literature about?
Fear of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Oranese.
Oh, there you
All
go.
national literatures are... Only the name of the nation changes.
If that's true, then Revacholian lit would fit you like a glove.
Oranese lit. What do you do with it?
Nothing. I do nothing with it.
How do you make money then? Money's important. Show money.
Cool. I've made more money by just being than I have with Oranese lit.
Being what?
Many things. A roller skating instructor, a secretary, Miss Oranje 37.
It's the world's most tired smile.
Most tired smile, huh?
Miss Oranje, now there is something you should linger on.
Wouldn't it be inappropriate to linger?
All things considered, very. Now linger.
What is Miss Oranje
It's a
37?
beauty pageant, held in the year of our century 37, in Oranje.
What is a beauty pageant?
It's a competition For stupid girls. Men look at them and choose the most beautiful.
What is beauty?
When you have the fewest deviations from the norm. I've been told it's a type of mediocrity that I possess.
So you were the most beautiful?
Yes. And for that, I got a crown and a sash and a scepter. And a scholarship to study at Elysium. Mm-hmm.
We take a look
I would
at
offer you coffee, but it's garbage. Literally tastes like poison.
She takes a sip. Can we take a look at your passport, please?
I'm afraid you can't, officer.
Why is that?
Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag at an undisclosed location on the coast, along with cash and airline tickets.
Thank you for your candor. Why?
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river.
How do I know you've told us your real name?
If I were to lie to you, I would come up with a more mainstream name than Clausia Mondu. It's a weird name.
Pretty sure I have the legal right to demand your passport, miss.
Look, officers.
She turns to
I
face
like
you
this
both.
place, but I don't want to be stuck wandering the city like a ghost after being robbed of my travel documents.
I mean, that's fair.
I don't want to become an indentured servant in a brothel on Boogie Street.
Ah.
And I don't want my relatives to pay the ransom.
Okay, then.
Okie dokie.
She pours herself more coffee.
If any of this made her nervous, it certainly doesn't show in her expression or her movements.
Thank you. That's it for the record.
The record. So official.
Nice room you've got here.
Yeah. It's pretty deluxe.
This is a long conversation. Okay, what are you doing here in the Whirling Rags? Look around. Hate to say it, but you've got sad all over the place. The window's new.
It is.
She moves slightly to your left and checks her reflection in it.
The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook. He finds the answer unsatisfying.
What are you doing here in the Whirling in Rags?
I'm wintering.
Wintering?
How long have you been staying here?
About 4 months. I came in November.
Why here?
Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol?
Here in Martinez.
I heard this is where the washed-up disco has-beens go.
Oh, thanks. No, this is Sassy Town. It's where the future of dance lies.
If you say so, officer. If you say so.
Look around. Hate to say it, but you got sad all over the place.
Yeah.
She draws out the
I've
vowel.
contaminated it pretty bad.
Is that why you're out here?
The contamination spreads from room
She
to
nods.
room. First, I escaped upstairs. The sad got that too. Then I found the handle for the summer door.
What exactly is the nature of this contamination?
For me, it's a mix of me with a lack of cleaning services. How about you? Talk around the establishment is, you have an industrial sad spill in there.
She taps the roof with her heel. Something's bad in my head in the past. I hate objects. I am part of the anti-object task force. For me, it's alcoholism. No, I hate objects.
That's pretty hardcore.
She nods.
I'm part of the anti-human task force myself.
Getting somewhere.
Sheer terror, panic, and screaming.
You've, quite the collection of prescription drugs down there.
Thank you. I've put a lot of time and effort into it.
She says without any discernible irony.
Technically, possession of narcotics is legal in Revachol, but you should still reprimand her.
It's quite impressive. How'd you amass such a hoard?
With money, sir.
Ah, she takes a drag.
It's not exactly the NT-star size caboodle I intend for it to be one day, but it's getting there.
Alright.
The Anti-Star is, or was, a Vespertine rock and roll star who liked to do drugs. He did so many drugs, he eventually mutated into a corpse.
Ah, there you go. The collection includes Nacra, an opioid antagonist.
Comes in handy when you've done too many opioids.
Is that something that happens to you often, miss?
His tone isn't aggressive, just inquisitive.
Better safe than sorry.
She takes a drag and smiles. You seem to have, among other things, Preptide.
Oh, yes. One of my favorites. It cures many ailments.
Like what?
Like not being able to stay up for 36 hours.
She thinks.
Not being happy.
Okay.
It cures those ailments. It's just a mirrored speed molecule, basically.
Let's let electrochemistry take over. Cool, I took some for personal use. Show her the Preptide.
Huh?
She looks at the drugs in your hand.
Fucker took my Preptide? Looks like you owe me one, officer. I'm talking serious corruption here.
This does not amount to actual corruption. I can easily log it under confiscation.
Uh-huh. She says to
Robbed
herself.
by common highwaymen.
Yeah.
She's not angry, but it's true. She's gonna have to find some more Preptide now.
That's right. And that door there. Did you know it leads to a downstairs elevator?
I did not.
She takes a drag of her cigarette
Mystery
and smiles.
solved, then. I kept wondering where it led.
There may be more to this mystery at some later time. She's holding back. Let's make a mental note for now.
It's an old pinball workshop. The room back there. This place used to be a pinball arcade.
Okay.
She smiles.
I'm glad someone's had fun.
There are tracks on the floor. They're recent.
Huh. This isn't good.
She's straight as a stick, suddenly. She feels like quarry, encircled. Her eyes dart to the door.
That's all for now.
Mm-hmm.
She flicks the ash from her cigarette absent-mindedly.
She's lost in thought. Eyes narrowed, forehead furrowed.
I have other questions for you.
Okay.
That was a lot louder. She takes a pensive drag of a cigarette.
Watching herself reflected in the bedroom window, torn and sparkling and draped in smoke.
They tell us you've been through something difficult.
Something difficult?
She raises her eyebrows.
I've been through at least half a dozen difficult things. Which one do you mean?
Were you sexually assaulted, miss?
By sexually assaulted, you mean raped?
She takes a quick drag, unperturbed.
Yes.
It's a bit early in the morning for raped, isn't it?
She sounds positively buoyant, vivacious, totally unbothered.
Actually, it's evening, miss.
Is it?
Squinting, she takes a look around. The sun sets in the sea. Long shadows pass over the plaza below.
It is evening. Time flies, man.
So, were you?
Yeah.
She draws out the word.
I'm gonna go with not raped. I don't want to say that shit about him.
By him, she must mean the victim.
Okay.
Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
She searches for the word, then shrugs.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant.
Oh.
It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier.
Okay. Titus asks you to spice things up for us?
Pretty much.
She cradles her coffee cup in both hands.
Warming them. She must be very cold and exhausted of this life.
What did happen between you and the victim?
We partied.
What kind of partying? Point to your bloated face. The kind I do?
With all due respect, sir, I think we partied a little harder than that.
Ooh. No one parties harder than me.
Please, you're alive in 50. I've known people who party so hard they're dead at 14.
She stops to take a short drag.
What did you do when you partied?
We drank, sir.
She takes a sip
A
of her
lot.
coffee.
For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other drink harder. That's why I liked him.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We also had sex.
Oh, what do you know?
Whoa. After so much drinking and drugs, how did they manage it?
Hold on. After so much drinking and drugs, how?
Untraditionally, officer.
Oh, she puts out her ashtray but lights another one with its end first.
She's cold and strange. I'm not picking anything up here.
Electrochemistry is like, nah, I'm done. This is even too crazy for me. I'm out. I'm out, ski.
Your imagination starts worrying,
Ooh.
whether you want it to or not.
You were lovers?
I guess you can say that, yes. A bit. Lovers is such an emotional word. But there was something there. We did enough drugs for there to be.
Rustic says, your Electro is no match for hers. That's true. Hers is intense. What's up, Ferris? Welcome to the stream. How you doing? How you doing?
How did you two meet?
Intense was quiet and calm.
Downstairs, at the bar. He was on some sort of assignment. A military man, as you probably know. Had a cool, scary scar.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that.
Must have been hard for you, point of the yard, seeing him there. Whoa, look at that weird user. Whoa, look at that. Let's go ahead and ban that one. Oh, I could ban that. I'm doing good, Ferris. Thank you for asking. Thank you so much for asking. I mean, it could be better, but eh. Crazy part is, even though her Electro is wild, she isn't. Yeah, exactly. Get followers, huh? Yeah, I know. Get followers and subs. Just paid like a lot of money.
Oh, yes.
She says bitterly.
I've had a great view. From the roof, out of the bathroom window, in my dreams.
A bitter cringe. It hurts. You look to the lieutenant.
Yep.
He takes a small step closer.
You called us, the RCM.
Yes.
The knocking. Yes. The call reporting the hanging. That was you?
I made it. I
Yeah.
would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In Martinez, they call it snitching.
Okay.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Revachol, miss.
Caller's voice was before we go on, if it's snitching, then why do it?
Because I couldn't handle it anymore.
Okay.
None of these people called. He just kept hanging there. Then they started stripping him.
Caller's voice was disguised.
I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little.
Nicked the landline? Nicked it
With
how?
nail clippers. And I diverted some radio fuzz into it. Into the cold wire.
Okay.
Which landline?
The one downstairs, officer. I used the whirling landline.
That's some clever tampering. Simple and clever. Crossing the lines like that.
Since you had some idea, that was nifty.
Thanks.
She manages to smile. Why go through all the trouble?
I don't know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too. I was probably afraid the union was listening in. Locals say they have ears in the wires.
Okay.
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing to do.
Definitely the right thing to do.
I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't, he'd still be hanging there.
You sure you weren't raped?
I'm 89% sure.
Does that mean you're 11% not sure? What's up, Black Dragon? Welcome to the stream. How you doing?
You know how it is.
Do you?
Do I? She flicks a bit of ash away. The ash lands on her jumpsuit. She brushes it off.
There are numerous cigarette burns on those silvery scales. Easy to see now that you're closer.
In conclusion, officer, I'm gonna go with a mild to medium not raped here.
Okay. Tired? Hey, I feel that. It's okay then, no one deserves to be raped. Sexual assault is a serious matter. Lieutenant, I don't know what to say about this.
I'm sorry, miss, but we need a definite statement.
There you go, let him be that guy.
Let me make this 100% clear then, officers. I was not sexually assaulted. Would I be this flippant if I had been?
You get the feeling she's done enough opiates and needed enough nacra to still be flippant if her arm were cut off and fed to her.
Yeah. What can you tell me about him? Name, eyes, age?
I'm sorry, I can't do it.
Okay, she puts on her
Not right
cigarette.
now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him like he is now. I can't talk about his, I don't know, hair.
Another puff, more nervous.
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
What did they hang him for, if not rape?
He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing.
She thinks.
But you probably know all about it.
Yeah, we do.
And his role in this strike was what?
I think he was in a security detail.
Uh-huh.
He was ex-military.
He's a merc.
worked for Wild Pines.
We already knew that, though.
And against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean. But I understood it was dangerous.
Welcome back, Alola. Happy to have you back in the stream.
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
How do the Hardy Boys know you?
They're frequent guests downstairs.
She looks at the floor.
They have
It's
a booth for
Tard.
Union members. They're probably down there now.
And how did you meet?
Over drinks. It's been a long, boring winter.
Did you party?
A little, yeah.
Alright.
Like you partied with the deceased?
No, not as hard.
Okay.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of the Hardy Boys?
Important to ask, apparently.
I have.
Which one?
Which ones, sir?
Ones.
I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously. But as I said, it's been a long winter.
Hey, party on, you know? Thank you for telling us all this, miss.
She breathes a silvery sigh of relief and weariness.
Alright.
The air on the roof feels humid.
Should we head by downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
The lieutenant looks at you. I had something else before we go. A little thing.
She nods. Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into her mouth.
Why not? I'll be here until 11 p.m., drinking coffee, most likely.
I'm gonna buff everything here. Hang on. Interact. Oh. Oh, interact with this?
6 crumbling petals rest on your palm. They're white, a bell-shaped crown.
What is this, Kim?
This is the Insulindian lily, called Maybelle's or Lucille's tears during the Revolution. Girls used to pin these on soldiers before sending them off to battle.
Ah.
This flower is a spring flower, but it's a bit early for that, isn't it?
Does this flower blossom in early spring?
Yes, but not these early. Not to my knowledge.
He observes the
Looks
petals.
dried, preserved.
Who pinned them? Which side?
The revolutionaries, so the communards and the anarchists. White's their color, but the custom started in the suzerain's army, so it held meaning for the kingsmen too. It's about girls and boys more than sight. Girls sending off boys who are going to their deaths, then also dying themselves in the ruins from dysentery and consumption. It's a symbol of the Civil War.
Is it a coincidence? It being on the roof?
Maybe. Maybe not.
Uh-huh.
We'll see.
Very well.
The petals feel dry and fragile in your hand. Water flows under the channel bridge. Dark water. You rub your sides for warmth, but there is none.
Blow on your fingers.
Inland, above the Martinez distributary, the channel that brought wastewater from the silk mills of Jamrock, and then dead bodies during the war. The wrinkled fingers of an old man crush flower petals.
Whoa!
Then sprinkle them with like white seed.
What's up, Kiwi? Yeah!
Goose is now hosting my stream with 7 viewers.
What's up, Ander Jaded Goose? Let's see, we got Santacoon and Kiwi Shampoo. Everybody, how y'all doing? Hey, let me get a shout out in there. Sorry, everybody watching on YouTube in the future, but we gotta do this. It's polite. Wow. There we go. Howdy, howdy. Good, good. Good. Glad you're doing good, Kiwi. Howdy back at you, Andor. Tavern Raid. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So let's see. You was playing... Oh, VR chat. That's right. You do VR chat. Let me ask. Is your Valve Index working then? I'm guessing that you either have that or you have a backup that has an older VR headset. Beer? Epic Raid then. I don't have any beer. I don't own beer. I have vodka.
Wait, have you noticed there's a war veteran playing a ball game on the plaza?
Ooh, we could talk to
should
the
ask him
Pedonk
about the
player. That's actually pretty cool. Right. We need to take a bunch of drugs, apparently, in this game. Oh, wait a minute. Thank goodness I have the speed. Vodka, that's right, Kiwi Shampoo. I'm on desktop right now. Oh, is there anything wrong with that, Andor? I don't really see anything wrong with that. Let's see. Speed. Let's do this. Do this. Bop. Bop. Oh, come on. Sometimes the game glitches out. It's not as cool as VR. Ah, gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. That makes sense. VR, I mean, VR for VR chat does make a lot more sense. Come on, talk to her.
I was just thinking, what a nice evening it is for taking part in a murder investigation.
Let's hold off on the volition check. Let's do that later on. Not as expensive as well. Hey, there you go. Sometimes not as cool. I notice your room is close to mine. I have a personal question.
Yes, you're just one room away. Very personal.
Were you in Sunday night? I need to know what I did before I lost my memory.
You do not need to know that. What you
Lieutenant
need
taps
is
on his
to ask
notebook.
normal police questions, like...
Wait for you to finish the sentence.
Get a grip, he thinks. At least do your personal stuff when I'm not here.
Ah, got it.
Say something professional.
We'll return to this later, miss. Alright, let's go downstairs. Wow. Well, hey, guys, you know what? Tavern Raid is flippin' awesome. Just gonna say that right now. Tavern Raid is amazing. You guys are awesome. Completely. And if you don't know this game, this is Disco Elysium. It's a really neat game. And you know, actually probably can't see this. Let me move my face a little bit. See this little text thing? That means that, my partner there, Kim Kitsuragi, needs to speak to me about something. I'm not gonna let him talk just yet, though. Not yet. Happy to be here. Hey! Always happy to have you. Let's go ahead and go
Looks
through
like
the...
we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy Boys.
His voice is lowered.
Half their reasoning just went out the window.
Think this will make them cooperate?
Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but
True.
it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan.
Another thing about this game, Andor, is this game is different for everybody who plays it because what you do with your character, with the 4 stats over here, there's Motorix, which is underneath my head, but it handles like interfacing, hand-eye coordination, reaction speed, that kind of stuff. Then you got Intellect, which I haven't put any points into, don't need it. Psyche, and then Physique. It affects everything that happens in the game. Like, I think the ending is going to be about the same regardless, but I don't know. I know Rustic knows a bit more about it. Yesterday I got a steal on some Switch games. Nice. A bundle of 2 added up to like 35 pounds or something. Woo, for 85 pence? Oh, cheap. Nice. Yeah, it's really cool, Andor. Why did she tell us all
What
of
else
that?
could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it.
Not sure she had to lie. I wouldn't have known.
If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her.
She seems candid.
You think so?
The shadow runs
Being
across his
candid is
face.
the best way to lie. The appearance of candor with some facts thrown in draws attention away from whatever one chooses to omit.
Well, Lola, what games were they, if you don't mind me asking? And Rustic says, is it an RPG where each skill can talk? Yes.
She may be
You'll
trying
notice
to
that.
control the pace of the investigation. Anyway, we should move. I suspect our inquiries will bring us back here soon enough.
Alright, open the door. I said open the door. So, there's something in a plant near the window of the corner room. Is that? No, that's not ours. There was a key for the door down there. It said it. It's not here. Okay. Tollroom and Angel's Punishment, a roguelike and a Metroidvania. Hey, there you go. Really well thought out puzzles. Nice. It's hard to find good playable Metroidvanias. They're normally a little hard to figure out. Hear the music? Hear the music going? It's not time to sing yet. I'm not talking to the Hardy Boys yet. Why? I can't believe I'm gonna say this. Why? What? Oh, Lola. I completely forgot what I was saying. The game took over. It sounds stupid, but I really don't remember what. Let's see. Oh. Sing karaoke. Who put the clothes in the trash? Ask Kuno if he knows anything about the victim's clothes. Why did the bot say that? Oh, Buttspot will say random things for random messages. He's in competition. Train of thought crashing. Happens to me all the time. Yep, exactly. So it wasn't my train of thought, though. Did I already do this? I think I already did this. Pretty sure.
The tracks are as they have ever been. A bit more worn, perhaps.
Oh, right. Yeah, this was... We crashed. Let's talk to Kuno. Kuno doesn't care. Kuno's gonna have a fucking heart attack, huh?
Kuno's like Kuno's dad? Kuno doesn't give a fuck about anything.
Let's talk about your shack again.
The fuck do you want with it?
I've heard enough of this.
Good call, Pigmeister. Kuno
I don't know.
doesn't fucking
She didn't
care.
eat dinner. Oh no. You better eat something then, Kiwi. That could be bad for you, you know? Best to, you know, keep yourself healthy. So I think it's midnight in this game where I can actually purchase controlled substances on the street. Is the Petanque player here? No, the Petanque player is not here. Both. There you go. So now I have to decide food or sleep. Yeah, food and then crash, you know? If you gotta do it, have a little bit of food, get that, you know, aching out of your tummy, and then just go out. Both is good, that's right. Both is good. Food coma it up, that's right. Ma'am, Joyce, I have to talk to you, Joyce.
Good. What can I help you with?
Some questions
More
about
lessons in
reality.
Basic reality?
Ooh.
My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
Finally my money arrived. Nice, Black Dragon. Alright. What is
all of this? The scent, the sound, the air.
What world is this?
What world?
Nice
The
total,
end
Black
one,
Dragon.
I suppose. The world of matter. And its pale antipode.
Alright.
The camera of her mind glides over the surface of the water.
What do you see?
Great bodies of water. Forest-covered surfaces.
Clusters of light.
Where the cities lie. You've seen the montage. We all have. This world is enough.
Okay.
There is a term of endearment they coined for it in the DeLorean century, when humanity was high on this world, discovering more and more of it, these archipelagos included.
Also, Andor, this game is like almost exclusively narration and then choices that you have to make, but you get to travel around, you get to give yourself drugs if you want, to help increase different aspects of your brain. So, it is pretty interesting.
Elysium.
Elysium. Is this the one with the evil apes? Yeah, lots of drugs, Alola, in this game. Interested to speak,
That sounds more like something the Mesk petro-fascists might say.
The Confederate Republic of Mesk, the world's largest state by territory, has fallen into
for sure
an
looking into it.
especially nihilistic strain of nationalism lately.
It's a $40 game, but it's so full of content. Like, this is my 12th episode. Almost all of my episodes have been at least 2 hours long. So 24 hours into this game. It's all going on YouTube anyways. And we're only on day 3 out of 10 possible days for the game. It's gonna be a lengthy process. And Rustic's got it right. It is dense.
It isn't enough to call us animals. Even animals aren't animals.
Oceanic. Larger than Breath of the Wild. What are animals then?
They're like you and I suppose. Living
crazy
organisms
impressive.
don't identify with abstractions. Elysium is for particular beings.
Elysium. The world needs a term of endearment.
It does. There are those who would call it hell.
What is hell?
A term of hatred that originates, like many such things, with the Mesk petro-fascists.
Yep, Rustic's got it right. The way you play changes many things. Like, Rustic played through this game before, and as I'm playing through it, I'm getting entirely different dialogues and a bunch of different interactions because of the way that I've built my character and the way I make decisions throughout the game. It's super cool. I don't think we got the whole picture yet.
Oh, you want a picture of the world?
She raises her finger to her lips.
There is no complete set yet, dear. They're having some trouble
Oh,
reaching
yeah.
orbit.
I wish this game would get more mainstream, like Steam, because it is fantastic, and I'd love to see like the big YouTubers do this too. Really get it, cranked up so we can see all the different outcomes like that. How come?
Great things are difficult to achieve. For now, we're viewing the world from the inside, sideways.
How about it's a ball?
That's looking less and less likely, Detective.
Oh.
You wouldn't know it from
She's
the
a flat
tabloids,
earther.
But the ORG nations have been launching weather balloons into the lower ionosphere since the 30s.
ORG, Occident Revachol-Grad.
There's a steadily increasing trickle of images. Between the big three, they're piecing together a dark grey corona.
A dark grey corona?
Yes.
She pauses.
Pale covers 72% of the surface. There are grey flares and prominences, even arcs above entire isolas. The images are blurry, but if there was a sphere in there, it certainly looks like it fractured a long time ago.
Interesting.
A cold fear seeps into you.
The pale, and... What do you mean, corona?
They say there is a rarefied
It's
envelope
streaming,
of matter
giving me a bit of
surrounding the
info about this
darkened
game. I'm
disk
gonna
of our
crash now.
planet.
Alright, take care,
That is,
Andor.
if we are still living
Yeah,
on the
definitely check it
planet.
out.
Or, to speak more plainly, imagine vast
Hang on.
swathes of land disrupted by nothingness.
So, Andor, if you want to see other aspects of the game, I have, a whole bunch of episodes up on my YouTube channel. It's just my username on YouTube, and, there's a link to it if you type in YouTube here. You can just browse through, like, click through if you wanted to. That's up to you. Not going to push you, but if you wanted to see how it can go, I've got a whole playthrough that's going through there, so, yeah. Check it out. It's a fun game. I'd love to see what your outcomes are, too.
I am sorry, dear.
She looks around.
Quite terrifying through the acute encephalopathy. Even scientific
Cool.
positivism isn't entirely convinced about what we're dealing with here.
Anyways, Andor, have yourself an excellent night. Sleep well, okay? We'll see you again sometime, alright? And again, thank you so much for the raid. You're totally awesome.
But this is one of the greatest questions of our time. Maybe when they get the complete set together, it will jolt us out of our rut.
I plan on
Bring us
having a good
together,
time.
however naive it may sound.
Fractured Corona doesn't feel like it's going to bring anyone together.
You have misimagined it. I don't have the power to convey to you the effect and geometry of the images that depict our world from below low orbit. It's like the crowning of the world. It's insane.
It's crowning.
Very disco. You'd love it.
Well, if you say it's disco.
See? Everyone finds something worth holding on to in this world, however wasted its opportunities.
The cold seeps into you. The air is heavy with 80% humidity.
It looks like 100% with the rain coming down. I don't know what Shivers is saying.
You're conscious of yourself standing there, on whatever this all is. Your arms hang down by your sides. The lieutenant observes you both, silently. He adjusts his glasses.
Kim is just unamused with this. You said pale. What is pale?
The pale is not, technically speaking, part of reality.
We're learning about it, Rustic.
Yes. Also, I think we've had enough excitement for today. We do have a case to attend to.
No, Kim.
His voice is low, but firm. All she can say is...
Of course, Lieutenant. Let's try something else.
What do you mean it's not a part of reality?
Ma'am,
He turns to her
remember you're
again.
dealing with a very sensitive and impressionable police officer who is still recovering from a recent medical episode.
The lieutenant's right. Let's change topics.
Okay. She gives you a little
What do you
wink.
want to know? Anything.
You could sneak back later when the lieutenant is not here.
All right.
Unless you can convince him to step aside.
Esprit de corps, 72%. Like those odds. Go for it. Got
6
it.
kilometers southwest
Yeah.
in the Valley of Dogs. Junior Officer Chad Tilbrook
It's actually pretty
takes
good.
aim at a rabid black dog licking its wounds in the grass.
Rude.
To his left, his partner, Emil Mullins, whispers, "You heard what happened to Tequila Sunset in Martinez?" "Yes, he lost his mind," Tilbrook answers.
Oh, that's us.
Fingers on the trigger. "Don't worry, Emil." He pulls it out slowly. Slowly now. He'll
We'll
find
find
it
it
again.
again.
We always do.
What am I?
Who? You're an officer of the RCM.
She says energetically. The Revachol Citizens Militia?
Preciso mundo.
Good. What is the Revachol Citizens Militia?
Nothing more nor less than the de facto law enforcement body of post-revolutionary Revachol, Detective.
Okay.
Yes, we are the Revachol Citizens Militia.
Tequila Sunset, a nom de guerre, like Tommy Lehomme. Exactly.
He's being sarcastic.
You said de facto.
Yes, that means not de jure. The RCM acts in what is poetically called the twilight of international law.
Okay.
Both at the behest of the coalition government and to its chagrin.
What do you mean?
The RCM's responsibilities are defined by the Emergency, Wayfarer and Aliments Acts, 3 pieces of legislation keeping the city in a, let's be honest, laissez-faire
Laissez-faire.
stasis to the benefit of foreign capital.
So, Rustic, just gonna say, Buttspot took your statement and made it awesome. A butt de guerre, like Tommy Lehomme.
All 3 are good to know when we are out policing.
So I'm basically gonna avoid this subject and ask the next question in this line of inquiry. Yeah.
Truly moralist of you.
Yes.
The coalition government would applaud you for staying out of politics.
And
And
yet...
yet, there's nothing basic about your role, Detective. It's true that the RCM keeps everything the way our seemingly permanent provisional rulers like it.
She leans in.
Yet, on the other hand, I know these people. I deal with them daily. Let me tell you, dear, they are not fans of you.
Why?
The post-revolutionary decade was a disaster for the coalition government.
Okay.
Revachol in the 20s was hell, especially on the west side of the river. Gang warfare, a botched privatization scheme, a nuclear pile meltdown.
That was a pretty rough one.
They called it the international zone because no nation wanted to claim responsibility. The RCM restored peace where the coalition failed. A true blue citizens' initiative.
She smiles.
They will never forgive you.
Oh, great.
That's somewhat of an exaggeration.
Lieutenant
In
interjects.
reality, ours is a mutually beneficial arrangement. Revacholians get to keep the peace in Revachol, and the coalition doesn't have to worry about it.
He coughs.
Anyway, sorry to intrude. Please continue.
Yes, Lieutenant. Permit me to conclude with this. Who you are, to me, is the police. The only legitimate law enforcement authority in Revachol.
Say nothing.
And if those authorities drink so hard they need help recalling the basic terms of reality, well, I'm here to help.
She bows and smiles. Alright. So, this is a volition check. We get 42% on this, as you can see. We'd be asking Kim to step away. But he's tired of our nonsense. But anyways, let's roll for it.
Good
Got
idea.
it! Alright.
He won't make a scene.
Kim, can I talk to the man alone for a second?
Fine.
He steps away with his notes. There he goes.
See? What can he do? You're a grown man.
Now, what is the pail?
Are you sure you're sure? Your colleague seemed adamant.
Yes, what is the pail?
Okay.
She concedes.
The pale is the most dominant geological feature of the world, Detective. The separative tissue between the islas, It is the inter-Isolary mass.
Wait, and what is an isola?
Isola is a Messinian word for a continent of matter, enveloped on all sides by the Pale.
Okay.
Also, isolation, or landmass. We used to believe there was only one. In the last 4 centuries, we have discovered 7.
Uh-huh.
Mundi, Seol, Samara, Ilmara, Grad, Katla, and this, Insulinde.
And Insulinde is...
An oceanic isola. It comprises mostly of water. Muindi is the largest, Katla the coldest, Insulinde the bluest. What can I say?
She stops.
Each is perishing and dear.
Okay, what is the Pale like?
Achromatic, odorless, featureless. The Pale is the enemy of matter and life. It is not like any other, or anything in the world. It is the transition state of being into nothingness.
Is it here?
No, detective. We're safe.
She points to the sea.
It begins there, 6,000 kilometers to the north, and even more to the south, east, and west. You are in the middle of the Isola.
Okay.
As your gaze instinctively turns north, a small black pit opens up in your stomach.
6,000 kilometers from the end of the world?
Yes. That is enough. Many cities are built much closer.
And... there?
An uproar of matter, darling. Rising into the Pale. Rolling.
Oh.
Evaporating even. A great vision. The area of transition between the world and the Pale is called porch collapse. Imagine a grey coronal mist. Cold vapor marked by spores of an opportunistic microorganism. A mold that's adapted to grow at the edge of the unrest. It's the most disco thing you will ever see.
Breathes out heavily. Okay.
You hear your pulse rise. The air feels caustic and cold suddenly.
What are its physical qualities?
It's difficult to describe, or even measure. Something whose fundamental property is the suspension of properties. Physical, epistemological, linguistic. The further into Pale you travel, the steeper the degree of suspension, right down to the mathematical. Numbers stop working. No one has yet passed the number barrier. It may be impossible.
Sounds like a hell of a trip. If we're surrounded by Pale, how do you get from Isola to Isola?
Oh, it is so difficult for us.
Her lungs deflate, her words sound like a sigh.
A squall of birds. Hardware operating in the harbor. Firm. Self-evident.
The Pale is, says Rustic.
It is possible to force dimensions on the Pale. In modern times, we can even compress its latitude.
Compress?
Bouncing radio waves from one end to the other, shortening the path. But it is still hard for humans to navigate the Pale without getting lost. Or having our minds damaged.
You know, Rustic, I think I'm close enough. I think we'll get there. The Pale can damage the mind?
Extensively.
How?
Some say the damage stems from extreme sensory deprivation. Others argue that Pale somehow consists of past information that's degrading. That it's rarefied past, not rarefied matter.
That could be.
They call it the blend over of the self. The Pale does not only suspend the laws of physics, but also the laws of psychology, maybe history even. The human mind becomes over-radiated by past.
I like this Joyce Messier.
Who says and who argues?
Who says and who argues?
The logical positivists say, the dialectical materialists argue.
Okay. What does this over-radiation feel like?
It feels terrible. Absolutely terrible. International standards strictly limit civilian travelers to 6 days of Pale exposure per year.
6?
It's more for her. Way more.
You're not a civilian passenger?
No, Lieutenant Dubois. I'm entreprenetic business class. I'm cleared and trained for 22 days of Pale transit annually.
22?
Perhaps that explains her strange pining after the revolution. Some degraded early memories.
That can do it.
Someone else you've met may have been exposed
Oh.
as well. The strange grey-haired woman in her lorry.
Do lorry drivers pass the pale?
Yes. Carried in the hulls of airships. It's a horrific job. Automation will abolish it soon.
You should ask the pal driver about this. See what she says. That poor woman must have stories to tell, like you wouldn't imagine.
Are you overradiated?
Up to my gills, officer.
An acidic smile on her lips. It's getting worse every year.
What is intraponetic?
Entreponetics is the scientific study of the Pale, or a recent iteration of it by way of Grad. The study of the Pale reaches back 6,000 years. The Pericarnassians called it the Western Plain.
They had not traveled the entire circumference of the Pericarnassian Super E-Solar. It was not merely in the west, it was everywhere, even then, surrounding them.
Did they cross it, the Western Plain?
There are signs of pre-modern crossings. Successful navigation of the Pale relies not just on technical know-how, but intensive psychological preparation. Some of these tactics have been known for thousands of years.
What has intraponetics changed then?
Nothing. We remain powerless before the Pale.
Okay.
The only real advance in Pale transit is the speed with which an aerostatic craft can pierce it. Less exposure leads to less effects later.
Aerostatic craft?
Hybrid airships, Detective. Conventional rotors or jet engines no longer add velocity after the point of reference for motion is suspended, once you've crossed from near Pale to far Pale.
Okay.
In essence, we throw them in and they come out the other end. If we throw them precisely.
If we do not,
then they don't.
Gone, like a skipping stone beneath the surface.
Okay, how much Pale is there compared to the world?
The Pale outweighs reality 2 to 1. There is more Pale than there is matter, and the ratio is slipping.
Slipping how? To our detriment, or...?
What do you think, Detective?
It's shrinking. There's more and more of the... It's growing. It's more and more of the Pale.
Precisely.
Okay.
One of the few measurable effects of the Pale is that it is expanding at an unknown rate. An intuitive conclusion of that development is that one day the Pale will cover everything. But this sort of talk is mostly left to extremists.
Stay silent.
Most people, and indeed most private and government sector organizations, entire civilizations and religions even, find handy ways to ignore or downplay that knowledge. I suggest you do the same.
Off we go.
You see
the hanged man's mouth open.
Off we go into the wild Pale yonder.
One and all.
She closes her eyes.
They say Pale is death, but for the universe.
Why should we just leave, and the world get left behind?
Let's return to reality, please.
Yes, sweet reality.
She stomps her foot.
But before we do, tell me, Detective.
Yes, Joyce?
Is this the first time you're hearing this? Do you really not remember anything?
Getting a sense of who I am, but no, I didn't know this. Or I sometimes get vague... I sometimes sense vague shadows of a past, and it's not good.
Then tell me, what do you think of the Pale?
Okay, it's terrifying, you're right, it's disco. I think it's pretty cool, that personally. You're right, it's disco. Her eyes tense. Crow's feet radiate from them. She observes you, your bloodshot eyes and swollen face.
Your ailing constitution, sweaty forehead, the beads there, and your heavy breathing.
You really didn't know. This does not spell good for the investigation, Detective. If you don't know even this, then...
This investigation will be my masterpiece. Why do you think it's cool? Because it's like a different state of stuff. Like, I never could have come up with the concept of that myself. Like, I've got space, I got matter, I've got antimatter, got all that stuff. Tachyons, all sorts of different stuff for our actual reality. But the concept of a pail of fog that essentially destroys your brain from the inside out while you're in it, because reality has bent so hard that nothing even works anymore. That's wild. I never could have thought of it. This investigation will be my masterpiece, the one they remember me by. I promise.
I hope so. I truly do. If I may suggest...
Oh, absolutely dangerous.
Hold on to your colleague, Kitsuragi. I ran a check on him and he is very competent. In the meanwhile...
Some of that assurance is meant for herself, as much as it's meant for you.
She
must have a lot on the line here.
Maybe way suckier, Rustic, but just imagine being slung out through this mist that's slowly breaking your brain. You just kind of go on a weird trip as you get through it. It's wild.
You have me. I will
it.
assist you in any way I can, even if we have to do it one basic term at a time.
She gives you a slight bow.
You have not passed out from it. Perhaps I worried for nothing. Are we still on the reality lowdown, or should we do actual police work now?
It's fucking insane, Kim.
Yes, well, the rest of us have dealt with it for thousands of years, so...
He looks around a little uncomfortable now.
You will have to deal with it, too, the lieutenant thinks. This is why I didn't want you to know.
Right, let's get to work, Lieutenant.
Good luck, detectives.
Thank you, Joyce. Autosave. Ugh. Autosave is cringe. So, Rustic, there should be, like, drug sales that go on in this game at midnight, I think is what happens. I think. I just don't know where that's gonna start. Not the Batonk player guy. Wait a minute. Can I hit this still? Since hitting stuff heals me?
The yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito and bullet holes in the front.
Kick it. Fuck your delivery box!
There is a hollow ring as you pick the box.
Cool.
He does not actually think it's cool. If anything, the lieutenant feels sorry for the poor box. He's leaning in to inspect the layers of graffito that deface it. The lieutenant pats the box, ever so slightly. Dodged the bullet there. He must...
Do it again. Heal up for free! Free healing! Now imagine...
There is a hollow ring as you kick the box.
Cool.
Oh, it didn't heal me up this time. Okay, never mind.
Lieutenant pat.
Now imagine what wacky effects this would have on your drinks that age in the pail. Ooh, wait a minute. There's a reason why it's $30, huh? Can I don't think I can do the bear yet. Okay. I'm pretty tired tonight. I know I've only been streaming for like an hour and a half, but mind melting vodka, exactly. Hell yeah! Let's go ahead and save this game here. So, normally I go for a bit longer, but I'm feeling particularly tired. Yeah, exactly. I gotta get that rest. I actually have a sleep study thing I'm doing tonight, so I have to put a whole bunch of stuff on my body to make sure to test whether I have sleep apnea or not. Pretty sure I don't, but we'll see. Anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and hit this here. For YouTube, thank y'all for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to like, favorite, and subscribe to the channel. Ring that bell for notifications. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on twitch.tv. Do whatever you can to bring the support. Have a good night, Kiwi. Take care. Well, good luck. See you Monday, Chomsky honk. Alright, see you on Monday, Rustic. Yeah, Kiwi, you have an excellent night as well. Alright, good night, Alola. Good night, everybody. And if you're watching this on YouTube, have an excellent day, night, whatever time it is for you. Just make sure it's great. Alright? Take care, YouTube.